Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to see some more blending activities. If you have not watched the previous video, please do check it out. The activities what we have seen till now was like we were matching the letters and then we blended. And now the next step what we can do is, I have just provided some bottle caps here. I'll just call up the sound. The child have to pick that letter and they have to blend it. So that is the next step of teaching blending what we can do. You can also use magnetic letters, whatever's materials available for you. I'm just showing you the different ways you can teach the blending. It will make the learning interesting for the child. So for example, I'm just calling out the sound t, t. So the child has to take up that particular sound from this thing. A, p. So I'm just calling out the sound. The child has to identify the sound, pick up the letter, and then they have to blend the word. So t, ap, t, ap, tap. So likewise you can do this particular activity. So you can prepare a rhyming word book like this, where I have kept the last sheet constant and I have attached the consonant sounds which can be a rhyming word. So bat, cat, fat, mat, and likewise I have added some blends also to that. So you can also prepare rhyming word book like this. This can also be one of the way to teach blending. For the next activity, I have used mega blocks where I have written the CVC words over here. Lap. I have indicated the sounds over here, the number of sounds over here. So this has 3 sounds. The child has to try to blend the word and read the word, and then they have to find out where is here. The child has to find the letter over there. The child have to find that letter. P. Then lap. So like that the child has to do. And likewise for the other word also. It's sat. So for these are for CVC words, and for the blends and the digraph I have done the same thing. But one thing what you can do with the blends and the digraph is, you can use a single block for the blends and the digraphs, so that the child can know that these are 2 letters but it has single sound. This is one way the child can able to easily understand the concept behind it. Okay, you can actually keep 2 of these words. Okay, the child have to take this block and read that first. Fish. The child has to read it, search the words, letters over there, and then form the word. So like that you can move on with this activity. The next activity is, I have prepared some rhyming word cards. Okay, and I have some corresponding clips for that. So for the child has to read this 2-letter word first, at, and then they can take that particular family card and they can use the clip and they can try to read the blend the word. At, at, fat, sat, and I've included some blends also in that. So likewise the child can read the words. Okay, and you can also you can start off with this activity like this. Then what you can do is, you can actually use the clips. It can even be a meaningless words, it's not a matter, they have to blend it. So that is how we are doing it. And so I have placed different clips on it, and now the child can try to read this word. At, ban, fap, set. So like that the child can try to read it. You can also use some puzzles like this, where you have pictures in the puzzles. The child can easily, a 3-year-old can easily form the pictures. Without reading the word, they'll just form the pictures. they can do that for sure. And once they form the picture, then you can ask them to read it, blend it. Okay, so with the picture it will be a very they can easily able to understand it. It has a picture in it, and it has a word in it. So with the picture they are forming the puzzle, and then ask them to try to read the word. They'll normally sound the letters a, t, at, rat. So this has a picture, and below of that you have a word, so that it will be they can easily understand what is that they are doing. They are doing a blending, and they are reading the word which is in the picture. So that is easily understood by the children. Another good activity for teaching blending is, you can actually have different objects, whatever you have at home. Just say the sounds of that particular object, and the child has to pick up that object and give it to you. So that is how it goes, so that the child can blend the sounds whatever you say, and they can find out what word you are saying and pick up that particular object. Okay, so I'm telling the og. So the child has to try to blend the word the or g. I'm not telling dog, I'm just telling the sounds of that particular word. So the child has to blend it and find that is a the og, dog, and the child has to give out that particular object. So likewise this activity goes. Frog, frog, frog. So the child has to give that particular object. So that is how this particular activity is. This is a very good activity, so that the child can able to try to blend and find out the objects. Another great activity what you can do is, I have just spread out some flashcards here. I have the vowels here and some consonants here. With these things I'm going to form a word now. So it's k, a, p. Now the child has to blend the sounds and read the word cap, cap. So now what I do is, once the child have read the word, I'm just replacing a vowel by another vowel. Now the child has to read this word op. It's cop. Now I'll change a consonant over here, the first letter. Now read the word. Likewise you can change the letters here and ask them to read it. Now continue doing the activity like that, and so the child will get very much familiarized with this particular one. So this is stop, and then I can change a word here. It's toe. So likewise you can continue doing this activity, so that the child will get very much familiarized with blending. The next two activity is a printable activity. This one I got it from dotschooling.net. I'll provide you the link in the description box. So here in this one they have a word mat, where the mat has different words in it, and you have a corresponding picture for each of the words. The child has to read the word, identify the picture here, and place it on it. Once the child have placed all of these things, the child will get a complete picture. So for example, this is fan. The child can read it, identify the picture, and then the child has to place it. Hat, bed, rat, box, cup, web, cat, bus, van, sit, jam, rug, wig, net, and a dog. So this is a complete scene or a complete picture. The last activity is also a printable activity. I'll provide you the link in the description box. So in this one, what you have to do is that you can hide the picture here. The child has to read the word ant. Once the child read the word, you can show the picture. So this will be a very good activity for blending. And in this printable, one more advantage what I found is it has 7 groups of sheets. The first group of words include only the first group sounds of Jolly Phonics, and likewise 7 groups are there. So I hope you find this video helpful. If so, please hit that like button and please do subscribe for many such videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.